Good morning, everybody. I'd like to welcome you to the Brookings County Commission meeting, June 6, 2024. I'd like to start the meeting with a pledge of allegiance. Will you please stand? Item number 3 on the agenda is invitation for citizen scheduled time on the commission agenda for an item not listed. There's a 5-minute time limit per person. Anyone wanting to speak during this agenda item must sign in prior to starting of the meeting. No commission action will be taken during this agenda item. Any requested action may be scheduled for a future meeting date. We have nobody signed in today, so we'll move on to item number 4, approval of the agenda. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any additions or corrections? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Item number 5 is recognition of an employee's anniversaries. Commissioner Vanderwall.
All right, can I get Rusty Brandsrud, please? This is a certificate of appreciation. It was presented to Rusty Brandsrud on this 6th day of June 24 by the Brookings County Commission in recognition of 5 years of dedicated and exceptional service. Congratulations. All right, Greg Enns. This is a certificate of appreciation is presented to Greg Enns on this 6th day of June of 2024 by the Brookings County Commission in recognition of 15 years of dedicated and exceptional service. Congratulations. Thank you for your service. Go to the camera. All right, Scott Sebring. This is a certificate of appreciation to Scott Sebring on the 6th day of June 2024 in recognition of 25 years of a dedicated and exceptional service. Congratulations. Cody Sunderland. This is a certificate of appreciation. It's presented to Cody Sunderland on this 6th day of June by the Brookings County Commission in recognition of 5 years of dedicated service. Thank you, Cody. All right, Andrew Erickson. This certificate of appreciation is presented to Andrew Erickson on this 6th day of June 2024 by the Brookings County Commission for 5 years of dedicated and exceptional service. Thank you for your service. James Gay. The certificate of appreciation is presented to James Gay on this 6th day of June 2024 by the Brookings County Commission in recognition of 5 years of dedicated and exceptional service to the Sheriff's Office. Thank you. All right, Manny Langstrat. This certificate of appreciation is presented to Manny Langstrat on this 6th day of June by the Brookings County Commission in recognition of 10 years of dedicated and exceptional service to the Brookings County Sheriff's Department. Congratulations. Thank you for your service. All right, and Tammy Hansen. This certificate of appreciation is presented to Tammy Hansen on this 6th day of June 2024 by the Brookings County Commission in recognition of 20 years of dedicated and exceptional service to the Brookings County Register of Deeds Office. Congratulations, Tammy. Thank you for your service.
Moving on to the next consent agenda items. We have the minutes, travel and education requests, personnel action notices, cellular authorizations, and human services report. Do we have a motion approved?
So moved. Second.
Motion second. Any additions, corrections? Hearing none, call the roll.
Vanderwall,
Aye.
Bartley,
Aye.
Krogman,
Aye.
Hostler,
Aye.
Jensen.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item number 7 is routine business, approval of the claims. Do I have a motion to approve?
Move approval. Second.
Motion and a second. Any comments?
We do have one adjustment. I handed out this morning, a little packet with a line highlighted in the weed department. There was a $22 credit on one of the bills that wasn't part of the original packet that got caught after the fact. So just basically reducing one of the bills or one of those line items by $22.
Okay. Any others? Call the roll, please.
Bartley,
Aye.
Krogman,
Aye.
Hostler,
Aye.
Vanderwall,
Aye.
Jensen.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item number B is department head reports. Start with sheriff. Nothing. That. Lori at the auditors. Bob.
Good morning.
Morning.
May 28th, we had a Homeland Security grant meeting. We initially did and awarded however much Homeland Security thought that we had. And then it came back, the federal government decreased the amount that the state of South Dakota received for Homeland Security grants. So we ended up cutting 13% across the board in Brookings County. We had 3 grants that were submitted, and we ended up cutting 13% off each one of them. City of Brookings Police Department, Brookings High School, and the Volga School District. Unfortunately, we had to make a cut, and we just decided 13% across for all 3 of them is what it came down to. May 31st, Department of Health had volunteer training, and we went ahead and closed my office for the day, and all 3 of us went to it, and it was real good training, and it's just, you just never know, the next big thing coming looks to me like it's gonna be the bird flu migrating from animals to humans, so just as a commission, you need to be aware that we don't know what's going to happen, but there's been 3 cases already from cattle, directly related from cattle to humans. So, and then the birds, of course, went to the cattle. So, yesterday, June 5th, we had a meeting with a company called 39 North. They are proposing to bring in a 175 megawatt battery storage project up by the Deer Creek Station up in the what we call our energy quarter in Brookings County. So that's top of the line innovation, and if it comes to fruition, it'll be an excellent thing for Brookings County. Xcel Energy, the Public Utilities Commission sent us notification yesterday that they did approve Xcel Energy installing the second circuit on their 345 kilovolt line. For the older commissioners, you would remember something called CapEx 2020. About 10 to 12 years ago, they came through and permitted it. And then this is a second line going on that. That's their 345 kilovolt line coming from the Western Area Power Authority substation to the Xcel Energy substation and then into Minneapolis. June 13th, we got a PPCC meeting. I would not make the safety picnic this year. We've got our PPCC meeting I'm going to go to, and then South Dakota State University Emergency Management asked me to be an evaluator for an exercise that they're holding at South Dakota State University. So I'll be attending that on June 13th. The radio station, you may, as the commission knows, for the last couple of years, I've been going on the radio station every Tuesday at 9:30, a thing called Brunch in the Clubhouse. I really want to thank the radio station, media, whatever it is, for the last couple of years for the public service that they allowed us to go on and talk emergency management for the 15 minutes every Tuesday. That program has ended now because of the radio station making programming changes, but Brookings County, as long as my budget and funding allows me, we'll still do the, what's known as Operation Thunderstorm, Operation Snowstorm on the radio, because we feel that's a great public service to the citizens and allows us to get safety information out to the public. And other than that, I'll be going to National Association of Counties meeting July 10 to 16th. Any questions?
Any questions, Bob?
Thank you.
Bob, the battery storage up by Basin there, is that covering a large area or?
Approximately 10 to 15 acres. They've got 100 acres under lease, but they said the actual project, when they finalize it, will probably be 10 to 15 acres. And it'll be right up next to some of those substations that's there already. It's not going to take farmland out of production from what we can tell. And it's an excellent fit for that particular area.
Yeah.
It's got to be above ground. They can't run the underground wiring, but there's so many power lines up in that area. It's not going to. We think it's going to be a great asset for Brookings County. It doesn't make any noise. They sit there, and during our meeting yesterday, we discussed like the public safety part of it, how they'd have to train the fire departments on, because these are lithium-ion batteries, and they've got fire protection built in each container. They come in about the size of a shipping container, so probably 40 feet long, maybe 15 feet wide, and it's going to be a couple years before they come down, but they are looking at possibly coming in for the conditional use permit later this year, which would give them 3 years once they start the process. So I think it's a win-win for Brookings County.
They'll be accessing it by county road then?
Yes. Yep, and I've already briefed the county highway superintendent that the project is probably going to come in.
Okay. Thank you. Bev? Nothing? Moving on to scheduled agenda items, we have none. Moving on to regular business. First reading of ordinance number 2024-03, an ordinance establishing a 45-mile-per-hour speed limit upon a portion of Brookings County Road 16A, also known as 214th Street. First reading only, and the second reading will be Tuesday, July 2nd at 9 a.m. Item number B is first reading of ordinance number 2024-04, an ordinance authorizing the Brookings County Board of Commissioners to declare a fire danger emergency and to prohibit open burning within the county. This is the first reading, title only, and second reading will be Tuesday, July 2nd at 9 a.m. Item number C on the agenda is action to approve agreement number 24-56, a Brookings County Detention Center inmate housing contract between Brookings County and Moody County. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any comments? Hearing no comments, call the roll, please.
Krogman?
Aye.
Hostler?
Aye.
Vanderwall?
Aye.
Bartley?
Aye.
Jensen?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item D is an action to approve an RFP number 2 for the historic courthouse roof replacement project in the amount of $10,431.95 to remove and replace existing roof drains. Do I have a motion to approve?
Move approval.
Second.
I have a motion to second. Comments?
Just as it says, as they got into the roof project, they realized that the existing drains would not work with the type of roof membrane they're putting down, and then we don't want to void any warranty before the roof is even there. So it's kind of an old building. As you dig into things, you find things. So this is a change order for that.
Okay. Any other questions? Hearing none, call the roll, please.
Hostler?
Aye.
Vanderwall?
Aye.
Bartley?
Aye.
Krogman?
Aye.
Jensen?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item E, action to approve a donation for the Elkton Special Days Committee fireworks display on the 4th of July. I have a motion to approve.
Move to approve.
Second.
A motion second, comments.
We have done $500 for s- number of years now, so that wasn't part of the motion. The motion, if you want to change the dollar amount or keep that the same, we take that out of the public relations line, and there is budget for it.
Any comments? We need to change the motion for the dollar amount?
I would note the dollar amount in the motion, yes.
I'll note that $500 in the motion, please.
You have a second?
Second.
Okay, we have a motion for $500 to Elkton Special Days Committee fireworks display. Any other comments? Call the roll.
Vanderwall,
Aye.
Bartley,
Aye.
Krogman,
Aye.
Hostler,
Aye.
Jensen,
Aye.
motion carries.
Item F, action to approve request to fill vacancy for an office coordinator in the Register of Deeds office. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion, a second. Any comments?
Again, this was due to Tammy's retirement, Tammy Hansen's retirement, moving Christy Cruz into that deputy position, and now advertising for this position in the deeds office.
Okay, any other comments? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Item G is an action to approve a request to fill vacancy for a human services assistant in the state's attorney's office. Do I have a motion to approve?
Move approval. Second.
I have a motion, a second. Any comments?
Due to a resignation.
Okay. Any other comments? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Item H, action to approve a request to fill vacancy for an equipment operator in the highway department. Do I have a motion to approve?
Move approval. Second.
I have a motion, a second. Comments?
Again, due to a resignation.
Okay. Any other questions or hearing none? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Item 10, Commission Department Director's Report.
Moving right along, we have, I wanted to note that state rates are changing July 1. The mileage 1 cents to 0.655 cents per mile. Lodging is generally increasing from $75 to $107 per night. There's some differences there with different locations and like time of year, like Deadwood, for instance. If you're going to Deadwood in the summer when it's tourist season, then there's the per diems more. But that all takes effect July 1. Just so you know, the commission adopts a resolution the first meeting of each year saying that we will follow state rates. So as those change, then we change our per diem as well. So just kind of making you aware of that. The architects did visit the courthouse site. I believe that was earlier this week, and provided me a report. Everything is going well. The roofers are actually not there right now. They went to a different project waiting for some of these other pieces of equipment or needed things to come in before they can get rolling again. It sounds like they'll be back on site next week. I believe July 1 is, they have to be like substantially complete is that date. So we're watching that, but they should be back on site. Sounds like the weather's gonna kind of turn around here too, and a little less wet and a little less wind would be helpful for that project too. But I'll just kind of keep you up to date as things roll along there. We did get, I think I had shared that with all of you, and I think maybe all of you received it this Saturday at 10, June 8th at 10 o'clock at the Lake Ponset Retreat Center. There will be a Lake Ponset Management Plan open house. It's at 10 o'clock up there. Just to note that in case any of you plan to attend that. Other than that, just your upcoming dates. We did receive an open house for the Toronto Power Plant on Tuesday, July 11th, 4 to 6 there in Toronto. The weed tour is coming up on next Wednesday, the 12th. starting up at a rural residence near Esteline. We do have our safety picnic next week out at the BCOAC. Budget hearings are just a couple of weeks away. Hoping to get some things finalized here today, tomorrow, and budget books will be compiled next week. And so we'll get those out to you and get that information into box as well, but we'll have the hard copy books for you as well. Just need to wrap up some final things on that. RSO Appreciation Night at the June 24th out at the BCOAC from 5:30 to 8. Thursday is the 4th of July. Offices will be closed then. And then looking out to August a little further, 10 county meeting in Watertown on August 14th. And then the next day, August 15th, is our Conservation District Tour starting up at their shed just north here of town. And then they will have a lunch at that same location after the tour wraps up about noonish that day. That's all I have, unless you have questions for me.
Any questions for Stacy? None? Number 12 is Commissioner Reports. Commissioner Vanderwall.
Thank you. Tuesday, May 21, I attended the Bruce Fire Department appreciation feed. On May 23, I attended the E911 budget hearing. And then on the night of Tuesday, June 4th, I attended the election counting here. It was a very learning experience. Thank you for all who do all that hard work. And then yesterday, June 5th, I attended the courthouse quarterly meeting. That's my report.
Thank you. Commissioner Bartley.
Attended the Bruce Fire Department event. Got a chance to look at the new brush truck that they received because of our funding. Really a nice piece of equipment, and they're very. My report.
Commissioner Krogerman.
Church Park Board meeting, and then the 22nd I had a beta meeting. So that's all I have.
Hostler.
On 22nd, I attended the BEDC board meeting Tuesday night with Commissioner Vanderwall. I was up here during tabulation for the primary election, and just echo his response. It went super smooth. Appreciate all the hard work from all the election workers this year, and that's my report.
Okay. On the 21st, I also attended the Bruce Fireman's Feed. We discussed some budgets. And then also yesterday, on the 5th, I was at the Conservation District meeting in the morning. And that concludes my report. Moving on to item number canvas.
While the girls are getting set up, I'm just going to take a minute to thank some people who have helped with the election process. It starts with the absentee voting weeks before, and I can't explain how really lucky Brookings County is to have a very seasoned and knowledgeable absentee team. We have Doris Knudsen, Joyce Dragseth, and Connie Seward, and they have worked many times on our elections, especially with the absentee board, and it really makes it run smooth. The office doesn't have to worry about it. They set it up, they know what to do, and they really need to be acknowledged. I appreciate their help. I've really tried to spread out the election work and have somebody as a great backup for Jenna, and Kim has been that. She's stepped up and worked out, carved out time to work on the elections. She's been a great asset to us, and it's great having that extra set of eyes and ears watching everything election-wise. Jenna, as she said this morning, elections is her baby, and she's our go-to person, and I can't thank her enough. I don't have to worry about anything. She takes care of it. I know she's on top of it, and they really make the elections run smooth in our county, so I really appreciate them. We have 40-plus workers on Election Day for Brookings County, and we were a little bit short this year, so 40-plus. It takes a big team to make the elections run smoothly. So the vote center people, all of those, real heartfelt thanks for them. Our hand count will be on June 24th. It's a Monday at 9 a.m. here in the chambers, and it will be open to the public. And probably Dick Peterson for the popcorn again. Everybody loves that, so got to get that plug in there. Otherwise, go ahead, Kim and Jenna. They're going to explain everything to you, and thanks to the commissioners also for all your help during the year and all the aggravation that comes your way.
Thank you, Lori. Good morning, Commissioners and the listening public. My name is Jenna Bird. I work down in the Finance office as the Finance Specialist. And next to me is Kim Larson. She does all of the claims, motor vehicle work, and then she is my right-hand woman when it comes to the election. So we're going to be kind of doing like a four-part deal here. We're going to go through the recap sheets, the election board, and we're going to compare what they wrote to the tabulator. And we'll go through that. Once we go through all of the vote centers, then we'll go through the results. And then after that, I'm going to bring the poll books and everything up to you so that you can see the poll books, see who voted at each location, and look at the totals. And we'll kind of have you guys go through your own recap sheet so that you can see that. So I'll help you through that process. And then we will do the drawing for the post-election audit. So we'll draw a vote center to audit, and then we'll also draw contests to audit. And as Lori said, we are going to hold that on Monday, June 24th. So, okay, I think we'll go ahead and get started. So the first one, we have the absentee vote center. Bear with us, the recap sheets sometimes can get a little messy just because different errors are caught and that sort of. Little absentee ballots from the auditor, we had 685. Let me just back up actually real quick before we go through this recap sheet, sorry. For just gonna give you a couple numbers here, some statistics. This primary election was 20,573 people. Ballots cast at the polls, we had 1,935. Ballots cast during the absentees, we had 685. One of the signatures on the envelopes, they didn't match. So we have to deduct that. So really we counted 684. Blank ballots, we still count these, but we had 56 blank ballots go through the tabulator. And we had 11 unstamped ballots for this primary election, which are not counted. And we'll go through those with the recap sheets. So total ballots cast on the primary election night was 2,608, which gives us a voter turnout of 12.67%. All right, so now we'll dive into the recap sheet, starting with the absentee vote center. As you can see, ballot was 684, and then the total sheets processed was 684. They had 0 unstamped ballots, and so they were spot on. 2, as we are going through these recap sheets, you may notice on the details results by the vote centers, you'll notice the numbers for undervotes and for overvotes. And for those listening, undervotes occur when the number of choices selected by the voter in a contest is less than the maximum number allowed. And then overvotes is just the opposite. Overvotes occur when one votes for more than the maximum number of selections allowed in a contest. The result is a spoiled vote, which is not included in the final tally. So the next one is the Brookings Activity Center. Their ballots to be counted on election night was 375 ballots. And when we put the ballots through the tabulator, it came out to 375. They had 0 unstamped ballots and they were spot on. Next is Bethel Baptist Church. We had 2 locations within Bethel. This was the first one. The ballots to be counted on election night was 228 ballots. The tabulator also read 228. You can see up in the corner. They also had 0 unstamped ballots, and they were spot on. Next is Bethel Baptist Church Area 2. Their recap sheet, they said ballots to be counted on election night was 260. And the tabulator also read 260. They also had 0 unstamped ballots. The next one is Holy Life Tabernacle. Ballots to be counted on election night was 239. They had 10 unstamped ballots, which we cannot run through the tabulator. Those are not counted. So we deduct that, making their total 229. And that is exactly what was read in the tabulator, 229. So they were spot on, other than the unstamped ballots. Next is the Aurora Fire Hall. Ballots to be counted on election night, there was 111. They had 0 unstamped ballots, and the tabulator also read 111, so they were also spot on. Next is the Elkton Community Center. They were very slow over there. They had ballots to be counted, they had 65. They had 0 unstamped ballots. As you can see on my markings, they accidentally wrote 810, but that's how many ballots they had unvoted at the end. So they just made that error. So unstamped ballots was 0, and 65 ballots is exactly what went into the tabulator, and that's what that read. So they were also spot on. Next, we have the White McKnight Hall. Ballots to be counted on election night, they claimed there was 112. They had 1 unstamped ballot, making their total 111. And that is what the tabulator also read, 111. So they were spot on as well. Next is the Bruce Community Room. They had on the recap sheet 122 ballots. They had 0 unstamped ballots, and the tabulator also read 122, so they were also spot on. The last vote center that we have is the Volga Community Center. Ballots to be counted was 423. They had 0 unstamped ballots, and the tabulator also read 423, so they were also spot on. All right, so moving on, so we're done with the recap sheets. Now we will go. All right, so just looking at the presidential candidates. Thank you. Yeah, I want to make it a little bigger. There we go. All right, so as you can see those totals, Mary Ann Williamson, she had 54 votes. Joseph R. Biden Jr. had 446 votes. Dean Phillips had 38 votes. Armando Perez Serrato had 13 votes. For the race of State Senator District 8, two candidates, Casey Crabtree had 426 votes, and Rick Weibel had 292 votes. The race of State Representative District 7, there were three candidates. Roger DeGroot had 712. Jeffrey A. Struey had 539 votes, and Melissa Heerman had 781 votes. The State Representative District 8, three candidates. Matt Wagner had 619 votes, Tim Wahlberg 239 votes, and Tim Reish had 299 votes. The race of County Commissioner at Large, we had three candidates. Dave Miller had 1,046 votes. Michael D. Bartley had 840 votes. And Doug Post had 1,120 votes. The race of Precinct Committee Man in Precinct 5, there were three candidates. Leon Pasal had 43 votes. Jeremiah Van Overbeck had 69 votes, and Patrick Powers had 128 votes. The race of Precinct Committee Men in Precinct 12, there were two candidates. Donald L. Jacobsma had 40 votes. Reg Niger had 16 votes. And then the race of Precinct Committee Man in Precinct 15, there was Joshua Spildy, he had 14 votes, and James Mitchell, he had 19 votes. The race of Precinct Committee Woman in Precinct 5, we had Cynthia Cindy Midland, she had 135 votes. Nancy Stewart had 128 votes. And then the final race of Precinct Committee Woman in Precinct 15, Sarah Spildy had 14 votes, and Marla Mitchell had 19 votes. All right, so those are the results. The next thing that we're gonna do is I'm gonna bring you guys up the registration poll book, and we'll kind of go through that, and we'll have you guys do your recap sheet as well, and then we'll finish up with the drawing of the audit for the post-election audit. I made 2 copies. I'm gonna make them sign 2 copies.
Absolutely. This is after the motion? Okay, I can wander around with them.
Thanks for doing that. Okay, awesome.
Okay, so I'll go get all the poll books.
Okay. Yeah, we'll do the motion in second, roll call. Yeah. No, and they can sign all that when they sign the claims too. 'Cause I got a bunch of claims for them to sign. All right, thanks you guys for finishing that ballot reconciliation report. Looks like you guys also came up with the same amount that we did. So I guess we would be looking for a motion and a second to approve the primary election results from the June 4th, 2024 primary election.
Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion second. Any further comments?
Yeah, just thank you for your work. It's awesome. You guys do a great job, and we appreciate all the effort and everything like that. So it's a long day, but you guys do a great job. Thank you.
Thank you.
I would echo those comments to all the 40 election workers that showed up, did their civic duty. Very much appreciated by everybody. Thank you.
The one question I had was the unstamped ballots. Can you explain that?
Sure. Yep, so the unstamped ballots, every time the election board, before they give that voter their ballot, they are required to stamp the ballot, making it an official ballot. The tabulator, it's a new rule that came into effect, but the tabulator is now programmed to look for that official ballot stamp on the ballot. If it does not see it, it's going to kick those ballots out to the top bin. And then anything that goes to the top bin gets taken over to our resolution board, which is made up of a Republican and a Democrat, and they physically look at that ballot to see why it was kicked out.
Okay.
And yeah, as you saw, we had 11 unstamped ballots. We've talked with the election board workers, and I think, just an error on their part, but going forward, it's something that we'll continue to push, remind, and that's what we can do.
Okay. Any further comments? None, can you call roll, please?
Vanderwall,
Aye.
Bartley,
Aye.
Krogman,
Aye.
Hostler,
Aye.
Jensen,
Aye.
motion carries. Before we do the drawing, the last thing that we'll do is the drawing for the post-election audit. We'll have Lori come up and do that. But I too just wanted to thank Sean Plowman and our IT department for helping us set up some of the locations on election day. The highway department, they filled some of the sandbags for us. Kim Larson, of course, and Jennifer Beller downstairs are my wing women on election day. And then we also had Maggie and Sheriff Marty Stanwyck helping us on election. And I did hear comments, Marty, thank you for stopping over to some of the locations. The workers really appreciated that. Let's see. And then, yes, of course, Dick Peterson for donating the movie theater popcorn. The election board members are always very appreciative of that. And last thing, whether the voter turnout is low or high, it takes a village to make this day run smoothly, and we couldn't have done it without everyone involved. And I'd just like to remind the public to get out there and vote, and we're always here to help you through that process. With that, we will go ahead and draw. I think we'll draw the vote center that we will be auditing. And again, the post-election audit will take place on third floor in the chambers, Monday, June 24th at 9 a.m. So the vote center that we will be auditing is the Brookings Activity Center. We are required to audit a state race, which we only have one state race for the primary, and that's the presidential Democratic ballot. So we will automatically be doing that one. So we'll do that one. And then the second contest that she drew for us to audit is the precinct committee man race in precinct 15. So those are the two contests that we will be doing. And if anybody has any questions on that, feel free to reach out to us. With that, that's all I have.
Okay, thank you. Moving on to item number 14 on the agenda is executive session in accordance with South Dakota Codified Law 1-25-2, parentheses 1 and 4, personnel and contract negotiation. Have a motion to enter.
So moved.
Second.
A motion and a second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Pose same sign. Motion carried.